Hi everyone, this is DebateMind, an opponent that remembers you how you think. Let's say you're practicing with AI by either by typing or speaking it. Unlike other chatbot, it remembers your weakness, how you speak, how your thought processes, and it uses your weakness against you across the session unless you mastered it. So a AI coach that forgets you after every session is useless. Typically, all the current chatbot forgets you after every session. Once you context into it, you are a stranger again. You have to start from the again. Your weakness forgot, everything is being lost. So how we built a knowledge graph plus vector embedding that we call it as a cognitive fingerprint. Each session will get its own cognitive fingerprint, will update the overall cognitive fingerprint. So we have the four method: judge, adapt, master, and forget. Every exchange is being judged across different metrics, and that metrics score will be used by a agent, typically an opponent, to target the weakness of the real user, where the user is lacking. Unless user is mastered that skill, it will keep on targeting the weakness. Once user master that skill, it feels like having that as a weakness point doesn't make sense, so it will prune that node, prune that weakness. It is for it built for everyone who wants to improve the communication skill. So this is a tech stack: Python backend, TypeScript, frontend. For frontend, we are using React plus Next.js, backend Fast API and Postgres. For text to text, we are using LangGraph. For voice, we are using OpenAI real time plus tool calling. And for memory layer, again Cognee. And here we are using Neo4j plus PG vector. Neo4j for knowledge graph, PG vector for embedding. And we have autocoder ontology layer. Infra, Celery, Redis, and PostgreSQL, everything running via local, via Docker file, Docker Compose. Sorry. Yeah, for transport, SSC, WebRTC for voice, and REST API. So one memory, two boards. We have two boards. One is text to text, and another one is voice to voice. And each doesn't have own memory. Everyone has common one shared memory layer. That's it. Again, what I said, like as I said, text to text rely on LangGraph pipeline, and voice rely on OpenAI real time. There are two operations may be taking place. One is read operation and write operation. Read operation is faster. Read from cache data, and a write operation. Write operation where we are using Celery and Redis queue as a worker concept. Worker runs, so debate is AI agent can continue the debate without any pause. This is the text to text pipeline, 7 nodes, 1 debate. Before telling a response, agent will undergo 7 different turns. Extraction. Once you type your question, it will extract the pattern, extract where it's wrong, how the user style, everything. Before replying, opponent will recall the weakness, what is the particular user's weakness, and all other fact to tell it, to give it. And how it's judged, as I said, every exchange has been judged properly and mastery. Once you master that weakness, data will be pruned. Until you master it, it will keep on going it. Remember fact. Basically, every exchange has some content to remember, like your weakness, your strength, how you speak, that can be remembered. Remember fact, let's say your name, which can't be forgotten. Let's say you like something which needs to be there in the while replying. While replying, we need to use it to feel it more engaged, so we are using this. And once user master the weakness, it will prune it. So we are relying on SSC to give it fast instead of typical REST API. This is the flow, how it looks like. Now let's go on to the voice. Chatbot is easy. Voice, here comes a real challenge. we are not using typical Landgraph flow because it will take time, and also we are not using typical speech to text, text to speech. We are just relying on OpenAI real time over WebRTC. Big main reason we wanted to save the latency, and I don't want the user to feel pass in between till the agent respond to so on. Instead of using LangGraph, we relied on tool calling approach. LLM will call the tool required to at the relevant time. These are the tool calling we have right now. We can extend it to some more, like this is configurable as I said, to some more based on the needs. Get session context in the voice session. Let's say user tell please end the call. This tool will get being called. Save the debate observation. While having a debate, it can extract the knowledge and save it. Both as I said, right, both as one common memory layer, that's Cognee. So that has a 4 fact: remember, recall, improve, and forget. As you know, remember on the purpose, from the action what we can remember, recall while replying, check on the what are the user weakness, again improve, forget, as the name suggests. Now let's move on to the demo. This is application. These are the commonly used debate topics. If you want more, you can generate. It's user centric one. If you want debate on certain topic, you can feel free to generate here. And these are the commonly till now I spoke to agent, right? These are the common sessions history. Settings, we can configure tone, and this is a knowledge graph. This is the knowledge graph of what are the topic we spoke from the knowledge. This is the main relational graph and edge connection. This has been done via Cognee memory. It is shared across the session and describe me to describe how about you as a person. Now let's go to the some random topic, universal income. Let's start a session. Just have a simple conversation. Since it's a debate, it will keep on going. So I'm moving into the voice one. Connect. See here, this is a cognitive fingerprint. It will be get updated for each and every session as you move to speak with it. I don't have exact number, but universal global income for everyone doesn't work. It will collapse economy. Thank you. We will speak later. I intentionally cut the call. Now let's end the session. These are the scores we got. Evidence based. There are different metrics to give the score, and here it found 2 weak spot. So this is application. Thank you.